What's going on, Soul Fam, and welcome to Mira D Tarot. I'm Mira D here today with your full moon in Virgo tarot reading for February the 28th of 2021. To all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. To all of my old subscribers, thank you so much for your support. And to anyone who's new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below for new moon, full moon, and monthly tarot readings. All right, so I'm going to get straight into this Virgo full moon. So as y'all know, full moons are about releasing. It's about letting go. And the Virgo sign is all about, it's the Virgin. It is about perfection. It is about, it's about service as well. So it's the sixth house. And so this is letting go of anything that stands in the way of your service. The thing, the thing that comes up when it comes to full moons though, is that when we feel like because we are, because of the way that we're conditioned in society, we feel as though we have to forcefully go in and find things and cut things off. The thing is, we're dealing with the moon cycles, the lunar phase. So this is the subtle, this is the feminine, this is the allowing phase. If you just sit back and take some time with yourself, walk in nature, hang out by yourself, paint, sit back and meditate, you know, things of that nature. If you give yourself some quiet time away from everything else, these things are naturally going to boil up. You may also find yourself in situations this month and, like, you know, these next coming days that trigger you and cause you to boil up these things to the top that need to be purged. And so when we're being triggered, we're not being, we need to step away from the idea of being a victim and step away from the idea of blaming the other person for being this certain way, and take this as an opportunity to look at ourselves and to reflect on ourselves and to look at what this has brought up in this, what this means for us. Okay. This is the huge thing. And so the big thing with the Virgo is that being of service, when we heal these things, when we're able to transform, transmute all of this baggage that held us back before, we're able to turn this into a tool bag that is used to build the future, that is used to help us out, that is used to help to heal others. And so when we think of the terms of being of service, then we need to think about healing our trauma so that we can be of service not only to the collective. With all these planets hanging out in Aquarius, it is all about the collective, but it is most importantly always, first and foremost, about yourself. Being of service to yourself. Is holding on to this old stuff getting you anywhere? You know, is talking about it to everybody and, like, you know, speaking about it and, like, you know, stalking this person's Facebook page or looking at what they're up to or focusing out here, is that doing anything for you? And this even goes on to a wider scale when it comes to, like, you know, bigger events and stuff like that. Bring your attention back inward. It is the only thing we have control over. It is the only thing that we can make a change, that we can really shift in this world. We can't shift things out here if we're not shifting things within first. Okay? So being a service to yourself is the big thing. With all of the planets lined up in Aquarius, it is, again, the service is to humanity. The service is how we want to show up in this world. It comes to a point of us stepping away from our fear of being different or being weird because we're doing our own thing, you know, because we were never meant to be like anybody else, which is why we were created exactly as we are, which is why we suffer with so many anxieties and struggles, because we live in a society that has told us that we need to be this cookie cutter version of this one-dimensional thing when we are multi-dimensional creatures, when we are multi-dimensional beings, when we are so infinite and ever expanding, you know. And so living in this place of trying to fit into this box, Aquarius prompts us and asks us to go ahead and step out here and be however weird it is that we are. And in being weird, what we mean is being our true authentic selves. The true authentic self is what inspires others. The true authentic self is what helps to bring this world into being a better place. The true authentic self comes from the soul. And when you put your soul into things, people can feel that. When other people can feel that, it puts the spark onto their soul and they can awaken to themselves. We are all here, especially those of us who are the forefront of this awakening. Those of us who have been doing this for, like, you know, most of our lives, you know, it is our job to step up and to stand up and to understand that it is not going to necessarily be easy, because when you're the first person to do anything, you're going to have to deal with judgment. You're going to have to deal with being misunderstood. And a lot of the times you're going to have to deal with feeling more alone than most people. And then, you know, it's not a forever journey, but it is a point where like you meet your soul fam and you meet these people and you find yourself in a place of not having to explain who you are. Because as a wise rabbi told me, when we're translating something to somebody, when we're telling somebody something, we are transmitting a message. We are not explaining ourselves. And when we're connected from the soul, that transmission just happens. People are inspired, they feel it, and they can receive it versus having to explain something that can't be explained. You can't break yourself down into words. You can't break the feelings that you have, the understandings that you have down into words. So let's stop putting ourselves in these little boxes and allow the Aquarian season to open us up to our true authentic selves, regardless of what the world thinks. Now, this is also a very big thing as well, because Virgo is the sign of, like, you know, judgment. Like, Virgos have a very judgmental tendency, but they're not only judging the rest of the world, they're judging themselves as well. And so this Virgo energy gives us the opportunity to release our judgments on ourselves, gives us the opportunity to release our judgments on others as well, because everybody around us is going through their journey at their own time. And we, with our human minds, tend to, we like to pretend that we, understand the grand workings of the universe. Okay, we like to understand the grand plan. So what we do is, because we're not doing our own work in certain areas, we look at other people and we're like, oh, well, they should be doing this or they should be doing that. Take yourself back to a time where you were in a situation that you did not have the tools yet to see your way out of. Take yourself back to that place. Okay, and recognize that there are a lot of people that your words aren't going to reach. Their experiences are going to pull them forward and forth out of their situation, and their experiences may not. But the thing is that we have to understand that the universe has a grand plan for everything and for everybody, and we all play our roles. It's like, you know, we need extras in this movie too. You know, we're all playing our roles. Can you imagine the scene in the Matrix where Neo first got plugged back into the, like, you know, first got plugged into the Matrix and he saw the lady in the red dress? Can you imagine what that scene would be like if they didn't have all these extras, all these people that don't really play, like, they don't seem to play a significant role in the movie, but without them, that scene would have been it wouldn't have been right. It wouldn't have been expressive. And I think of it in the same way as like drawing a picture. When you draw, the white space, the negative space, is just as important to making that picture pop as what you shade in. If you shade in the whole thing, well, then that just don't make no sense. Okay, so Virgo is about releasing our judgments and understanding that while we have it figured out as far as we do, because we never really have it figured out, because just when you think that you got to figure it out, something else comes up. We are infinite. We're infinite in both ways. We're infinite in the things that we need to heal. We're infinite in the ways that we can expand and grow. And being able to step into those places where we need to heal is what causes us to be able to expand and grow. So let people do what they're doing. Let them be where they're at. Understand also that preaching at people doesn't work. Let them receive it on their own. So the Virgo full moon is all about releasing those things, the things that stand in the way of your service, the judgments toward yourself, and allowing them to come up on their own, allowing yourself to become an observer of self rather than a forceful creature toward yourself, you know. And so that's the main thing that I have to say about the full moon. And so I am going to go ahead and get into the tarot portion of this, so y'all just hang tight. All right, so fam, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this reading. These cards are just to like give some insight and kind of talk about the energies that are going on around this full moon and how we can best utilize them, y'all, because the whole point in any of this, like, I know a lot of us get scared when we hear about like retrogrades and like all these different things, but the thing is with anything in life is to be aware of it and then figure out how to use it to your best ability, okay? And so when we're aware of these energies and stuff, it's not something to be, you know, freaked out about. It's an opportunity for you to grow, and it's a place where the universe is in your favor for certain types of growth, okay? And so this is the main thing. And same thing with the tarot, opportunities to grow. How you can heal, how you can become better. Ooh, we got a Two of Swords popping up. So we're going to go ahead and pull that one out. I'm still getting used to this new camera system, so the setup is going to change a little bit over my next few videos. So I am working with the Hermetic Tarot today. It is based on Hermetic principles and also on the Thoth deck. It's really cool. I like the black and white on it and everything because it just helps me to focus sometimes and tune more into intuition. So what we're seeing first here is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is about something that needs to be paid attention to. I know that we've been taught that when our emotions boil up, when these thoughts boil up and things like that, that we need to repress them, that people don't want to hear about them, that, oh, we need to, like, you know, stuff them back in. But it's not true. What we need to do is we need to acknowledge these things. And as you can see at the bottom of this card, it says Lord of Peace restored. And if you want to find your peace, you have to feel to heal. You have to go through it. So whatever thoughts are coming up, allow yourself to let them be there. Again, Virgo is about not judging. So we're talking about looking at these things in the way of, okay, well, what is this trying to tell me? Everything in this whole entire universe is always trying to communicate with us. And if we can open ourselves up to understanding, we can understand what that message is. So the Two of Swords says anything that's coming up to the surface is coming up to be purged. So allow yourself to pull that through and allow yourself to feel through it. And I promise, you will feel so much better on the other side. It's a thing that us as human beings tend to think that whatever we're feeling at this time is going to last forever, so we avoid it. But it's not going to last forever. It'll pass, I promise. So that is what we have as far as the card that pops out. So now I'm going to pull just a few cards. I'm going to talk about just what we're releasing, what we're bringing in, and then what this means for us, okay? So what we're releasing is, we've got the Eight of Cups. Ooh, moving forward from something that we've worked very hard on. Moving forward from a lot of things that are close to our hearts and things like that. So this is going to be definitely something that is of an emotional purge. So we are letting go of things that don't serve us anymore, pretty much. When the Eight of Cups comes up, it is about having to walk away, but with gratitude, though, because again, it is one of these things that we've been conditioned is that, like, you know, things are going to stay the same forever. But they're not. Everything is meant to transform. Everything has seasons. Everything comes back around, maybe not with the same person or with the same thing, but it has to be moved forward from. So the Eight of Cups comes up to say, let these things go. Be grateful for them, and, like, you know, let yourself know that, you know, that it's just time to move forward. It served a version of yourself, but there are other things waiting ahead of you. So this is about your transformation. Those things served a version of you. So let's move forward, okay? What we're bringing in is the Three of Wands. Look at that energy all freed up and stuff. So, with the Three of Wands, the energy is freed up. We allow ourselves to be in a place of initial completion. So we finally get this energy. We've taken the action. We've got our plans. We've taken the action. And now we've got almost a stable enough foundation to assure a bright future. However, the thing with the Three of Wands is that it is still so early on that it is very hard to see exactly where things are going. So take this time to just look at the steps that you've taken and where you are, and see if there may be a need for a reevaluation at this time. So again, letting go of this thing here is going to really free up a bunch of energy for you to really take that next step into whatever it is that you've been planning and started taking action toward. So it's going to be worth it, definitely going to be worth it. So just go ahead and let yourself do that. Where is this going to lead us? Ooh, the Tower. All right. So the Tower says that this is the breaking down of things, y'all. The Tower is leading us to our truth, and the Tower does not do this in a pleasant way. The Tower says that everything that we're all needed to be in our authentic places right now. And if we're not being that, and we're still holding on to things, and we haven't been able to fully release, then the Tower comes up to let us know that it's time. Like, it comes and kicks us right in the butt and sends us on this mission to, like, you know, sends us on this mission to see the truth. So while the Tower may be a card that comes in dramatically and comes in, like, you know, like a wrecking ball, it really is more so about breaking you down so you can see things in the cold light of day and start to rebuild from truth. So I really do enjoy the Tower card. It is coming in to reconnect you to divinity. It is coming in to balance things out, and it is coming in to put you back on your path. If any of you have ever played Super Mario Kart, and you know how when you, like, roll up off the road and everything, and that thing comes and picks you up and puts you back where you're supposed to be at, That's the Tower card. We all got missions here, y'all. We all got stuff we're supposed to be doing. And the main thing that we're supposed to be doing is connecting to ourselves, learning who we are, and then inspiring through doing so. So the advice that I have for today, for this moon, is the Five of Swords, accepting the limits of both victory and defeat. So the Five of Swords says pick and choose your battles. Allow yourself to decide what deserves your energy and what doesn't deserve your energy. And that goes back with the Eight of Cups as well. Like, you know, the Eight of Cups versus the Three of Wands. This is, okay, what things have you been giving your energy to that don't necessarily need your energy anymore, you know, that don't give back? Those things have to go, because we're looking at where we're putting our energy now, okay? So the Three of Wands talks about putting our energy into things that are building us up, things that are productive, things that allow us to expand and grow. And so the Five of Swords, again, comes up to say pick and choose where you're putting your energy, pick and choose your battles. Allow yourself to care about you, you know, and it's not to say that in a way of like being like, you know, completely self-absorbed, but this is about putting your needs first. It's absolutely what you have to do. And if you don't worry. The Tower is going to come in and put you in a position where you absolutely have to, like where you don't have a choice but to look at those things in their truth. So I'm going to now pull a card from the Native Heart Oracle. And the Native Heart Oracle is one of my favorite decks, but it is also just a oracle deck, and it ties everything together and gives us some extra insight. So let's see. Oh, anybody want to pop out? Anybody? Going once, going twice. Pull this one. Stillness. So the card we get here is stillness. Again, as I was saying earlier, we don't need to be forceful with things all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. It's card 31. 31. So 31 is calmness amidst chaos, recuperation, replenish your stores. Let me get this down here for you so you can see it. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to get this light out of here, but maybe if I hold it like that, yeah, that'll work. Okay. Calmness amidst chaos, recuperation, replenish your stores. This mandala symbolizes rest and rejuvenation, and it asks you to give yourself permission to come up for air. At any given moment, you can access the calm, the quiet, and the sweetness that lies within you. Even amidst what can feel like a constant overflow of intensity and overstimulation, there is a place of rest and rejuvenation within. This is your place. The frog may choose to be carried away by fast-moving waters, knowing it will arrive safely at its next destination. Sometimes this fast pace is perfect. However, when it hears its body needs to be still, it can rest upon the lily pads, watching and allowing the rapid waters to rush by, knowing that this too shall pass. This mandala is also present. This mandala also presents when one feels they are out of their depths, running out of stamina, or not knowing if they will sink or swim. The answer to your heart's question is simple. Your destination is a given. However, it is now imperative for you to sit in stillness. Find some quiet and slow your mind. If you wish to win the race, take this interval to gather and rebuild your strength. You will be moving forward toward your heart's goals and desires soon enough. There is a difference between running on adrenaline and running on energy. Be still for now, replenish your reserves, and all will be revealed in divine time. All right, soul fam, so there you have it. This full moon is all about releasing the things that stand in the way of our service. This full moon is all about allowing ourselves to let go of the things that aren't serving us anymore. It is also telling us to step away from and be aware of where we're putting our energy. Is this building us up? Is this helping us grow? Is this leading us to someplace great? If not, then release it with love, for it did serve a version of yourself, and it's time to go. Also, it's time to release judgment from yourself and release your judgments on others as well. Obviously, that's something that we're not going to completely be able to do, but it is something that is going to be a work in progress, okay? So that is what I have for y'all today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to book your personalized readings at www.miradtarot.com. I would also like to say check out Grey Witch Tarot on Facebook if you are a Facebooker, check out Grey Witch Tarot. We're doing live tarot readings and stuff, donation based. They're also free, like, so you do free ones, but if you want a longer, more extended reading, you can go ahead and donate, and we'll get you up there, bump you to the top. But check it out. There's really great people there. A lot of people that work with healing energy, a lot of people that can help you step into, help you and inspire you to step back into your own truth. So it is the time for us to be seeking our spiritual teachers, y'all. So go ahead on Grey Witch Tarot. That is GRAYWITCHTAROT. I will link it down at the bottom. And to Mira Tarot, MiraDeetarot.com for your personalized readings. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Until then, peace.